did it go? Tell us a bit about how you felt after the whole event.
Thank you so much for asking that. I felt so overwhelmed. I felt so fulfilled that gradually we actually getting the message that we are preaching. We had lots of head of media personalities from different companies, from UBA, from Dangote, from NTLEA, from whole lot of places. And we also have the top-notch influencers, we have bloggers, we have media houses. Everything was awesome. We had an amazing time from the wow factor handled by Dinrele on the green carpet to the main event hall. Was trust me, it was fulfilling.
What was the whole idea of the second edition?
No, it's third edition.
Oh, third edition. Sorry,
Yes.
third edition.
Okay. The third edition. The theme is actually social media X, redefining the narrative. The X there is actually extra. Over time, people have been using social media for wrong things. It has become so toxic, and we felt it is high time we started, changing the narrative. If you are using your platform for negativity and you actually do not know what that brings, it is high time for you to actually, re-strategize and then change wherever you'll be doing it. So that was why we came up with that theme, social media X redefine the narrative. And the third edition, like I said, it's actually a platform for everybody to come together. Social media influencers, content creators, media houses, print, and stakeholders. Let us come together to coexist. Because without the stakeholders, we too can be where we are today. And without us, you also cannot put your product, your campaign, your activation, whatever you want to do, you cannot put it out there. So you can see there's a reason for us to come together, coexist, talk about the basic use of social media and other media platforms, and then we coexist.
Let's have you talk about the second edition. Tell us a bit about that.
Third, second or third?
No, the third
That's
is the current one.
okay.
The one before
Okay.
this.
Oh, the second edition too was amazing because we raised the bar. The first edition was done just by the poolside.
Okay.
Second edition, we actually moved to Ijakadi Hall. That's one of the biggest hall in Radisson Blue, one of the five-star hotel in the heart of Lagos. So you can see we raised the bar. And we did all that because, we have this narrative of media people not making money and all that. So the event is actually free, totally free, but strictly by invitation and registration for now, pending when we are able to get a bigger sponsors so we can move to places like Marriott or Eco Hotel. So we now moved to that hall and it was amazing. All the wow factors we couldn't enjoy at the first edition because it was at the poolside. So we actually limited. We were able to do it. I mean, it was amazing, amazing. I will raise the bar.
Okay. 3 years ago, when you came up with the idea, what went through your mind, and how far have you been able to achieve the vision that you had at that time?
Okay, the reason why we started Bodex social media hangout is because over time, media industry has been excluded for a very long time. And we felt it is high time we started the inclusion ourselves. Because before anybody can take you serious, you have to take yourself serious. And we already have this terrible narrative outside. People just want to give you 1,000 naira, thanks for coming and all that. We make people, so we should be respected and honored. But we also realize that some of the media personalities that are doing that is because they don't have structure. So it is our own duty to now teach them how to be structured, how to be able to put yourself in a place that stakeholders will respect you. When you talk, they want to listen to you, not you using cheap blackmails to get to those people. A time will come, they'll get used to it. When you have relevant stories, nobody will listen to you. So we felt, okay, let us start it ourselves. We already have music industry movement. They have different awards. They have different hangout. We also have the acting industry. They have this award. They have that award, and they are always hanging out. What's happening to media industry? Nothing. And I just felt okay. Since I have people like city people, people like other media houses, media personalities, influencers, we can all come together to start the inclusion ourselves. That's how we started.
And beyond that, I know that there's always been the Bodex brand that has always been there. Tell us a bit about how this keys into the bigger brand.
I didn't get a question.
Yes, talking about the Bodex brand.
Okay.
I know this hangout is like a fallout
Mhm.
of that. So I'm just wondering how this fits into your bigger
Oh,
picture.
okay. Uh, I think Bodex is actually somebody that likes to bring people together, irrespective of whatever field I actually find myself. So for other things like Bodex Future, it is still me that's making the shoes. Bodex Logistics, it is still me that's trying to, help you to carry your things and then deliver it. Bodex Beauty House, we have a spa, we have all that. And I just felt, okay, since we already have all these people, let us also now have something on media. And that's why we started this. And if you check, it's one person that's actually doing all this. So it's like a brand trying to also identify with our own personality.
I've always wondered how you juggle all these roles, and the roles keep expanding by the day. So how do you do all of this? I know you do shoes, do bags, do. I mean, oh, how
Yeah,
do you?
what I tell people is whatever you're doing, make sure you do well because you don't know who is watching you and you don't know who is rating you. And whatever you're doing, make sure you're respectful. You talk when you're supposed to talk. Just make yourself heard. Make sure you make points when you're supposed to make points. But because sometimes when you over quiet, there are some things you ought to have said that is supposed to open doors that will not be able to.
How
I think,
you juggle all those roles?
oh, yeah, that's the
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm actually somebody that I like to carry people along in the things I do. I don't like that Yoruba quote. Come on, say Awade. You understand? Like just only you. Awade is actually everybody, which is good. But in Igbo, Awade can also mean just me. So I just felt since I have people like you and other amazing people that believe so much in my brand, and I have the energy to do it. I do them like I am not even being stressed, so that I'm able to do all those things without stress. And again, I am extremely a professional person. When I have events, I'm going to contract it out to professionals. You get your money paid, and if you know your name is your name, don't come to carry out what you're supposed to do. That's where the problem will start from. So that's why it looks like I'm doing everything without stress. I actually use people that I know that if I say come do this, they give me value for what I'm paying for. Unlike when you want a cheap thing that you have to beg somebody, beg from January to February just because you don't have the money. But if you are able to, set aside a particular amount for you to be able to do that thing, it will be so easy for you, to do it. And with the help of people like you, like I said, once in a while I reach out, boss, I want to do this, can you support me? I've always been a good girl to say, hey, so there's no way you don't support me. So that's how I've been able to bring everybody together and jam all the businesses together.
Let's talk about social media. What's the state of the industry today?
I think that was why we came up with Social Media X redefining the narrative. Social media over time, especially this year, it has been used for the wrong reasons. And we felt since we can't just wake up and say, okay, let a bill be passed because a lot of Nigerians, millions of people are spending on social media. So we geez. What was the question, boss?
We're talking about social media, the state of social media today.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, on point.
right.
Good point, yeah.
Okay, the state of social media in Nigeria is actually not interesting. Now, it is,
Why?
yes, it is very irritating because people do not really understand what it means to use social media. And that's why we started Body Social Media Hangout so that we can bring in resource persons to teach us how to use social media to our own advantage
Okay.
and also use it to shape the nation. If you check other countries, they have higher crime rates, but because they have been able to hide some things, you will not be able to see everything on social media. But in Nigeria, somebody is dying and you are using your phone to capture it. First, we lost our humanity on social media. You should be able to put your emotions in play when you're using social media. What you know that you don't want people to write about you, why are you writing it? So that's how we started this movement. So that if you did not know that the same energy you use in posting negativity, you can also use it in posting positivity and you make cool money, get identified, and people want to reach out to you for better things. And that's how we started with the social media hangout.
Well, how do you think we can use social media to help uh, the conventional media, the print, and the radio, and TV platforms?
Okay. Uh, there's so many things we can do to actually help the conventional, you can also call it traditional media, and that's why we started Bodex social media hangout. Sorry that I'm going back to Bodex social
Yeah.
media hangout. I'm actually going back because Bodex social media hangout is broad. It's very big and wide. First, we are also using it to break the bridge between digital media and traditional media practitioners. Now, what we'll do is, we are bringing these people together. Like the last edition we did, we had Sega Links, we had Pamilerin, we had Louis Sipaga, we had Kiki. Then, old media, we now have people like Kule Rashid, we have head of UBA, head of media UBA, Dangote. They are all traditional media. And the way we created the hall, we had the new media this way, traditional media this way. And at some point, everybody now came together to coexist, to take pictures. So when you attend the event, it will also teach you as a traditional media the secret behind using social media so that you can quickly switch. And the reason is because social media is actually the heart of the world right now. So the earlier you get to know the basic things on how to quickly switch, and then bring all your traditional media, see how you can push them on social media by first creating a page, trying to let people know that, oh, city people, we are now on social media, and make noise, the same noise you will make when you're sending the print. You're going to make the same noise on social media, and trust me, before you know it, nobody is going to see you like a traditional media person. And ensure that you always go for training too. If you hear they are having a digital training, please go, because now people don't even watch TV like that. Anything you want to know, once you pick up your phone, yeah, it's already there. Nobody has time for television. So tell me why you want to remain in traditional way when you can quickly switch to new media.
I love that. I've seen growth and development over the years and all that, and I'm wondering what um, gives you the kick to continue to add to the brand and to broaden the brand, because I've followed your progression over time, and I'm wondering, for those who want to be like Bodex, what would you say to them, and what's the story like?
Okay. Like I said before, you need to be human. You need to be emotional. I get so pissed off when I hear people say, "Oh, be strong. Don't act like you're wicked." That is not human being. You are supposed to be emotional. You can actually be diplomatic about it, but being outrightly emotionless, of, well, I don't know if that's the right way, as it to be heartless to be. No, I am not that kind of a person. If you know that as a human being, you are supposed to touch lives, you will start being reasonable. Then when you remember where you're coming from, I'm actually from a polygamous family, and I've always had this zeal of, oh, I need to be known all over the world for something. But that thing has to be positive, not negative. So I started my journey like that in Badagry. When they are doing this, I just want to be part. When they are dancing, I just want to be part. Anywhere that I know I can quickly do something and be noticed, I quickly do what? I jump on it. But I ensure that the things I am jumping on or jumping at are the things that will also impact my life positively, because I love people being proud of me. Just like you said, you followed my you know, every, phases that I've gone through, and you have been able to wonder why and how I have been doing it. It's because I really want to touch life. I want all of us to come together and know that this life is actually for us. There's no point being wicked to me. If you have an access that you know can actually change my life, why are you keeping it? If I know that I have something that can actually be beneficial to you, why am I keeping it? So that zeal of I need to make an impact. Mr. Shekoinde needs to know me that I am a very good cobbler, I'm a very good media practitioner, anything you want to call. That word good has to be attached to it. If you have that particular phrase in your head or wherever you're writing it, there's no way you won't keep getting it right. So I think basically for me, it's because I want all of us to come together. Forget whatever bad anybody might have done to you. It will always come because it's part of life. Imagine having just good people. This life will be boring. So now that you know that when you have those people, you are still as pleasant as you should be. I think that is it for me.
Okay. Do you feel fulfilled? So, been able to achieve over the years?
Oh, let me even add to the last one. Then, boss, when you know that you want to make an impact, a positive impact, at times you sit down, you see the likes of Obama, you see Michelle, you see this one, you be like, how come I am not here? What are these people doing right that you also cannot do? So those activities in my head, they run through my head that I don't want to sleep. I just want to do something that will make people notice me and know that I'm doing something right. So I think basically that is it for me.
Okay, when you look back, do you feel fulfilled with the little you've been able to do?
Um, Maybe because I'm heading somewhere, I feel I am still not fulfilled.
Okay,
It's
okay,
not like
because
I am not fulfilled, but when you have a picture of where you're going to and you are not getting there, even when, like on Sunday, some of the activities, the event flow for Sunday, the people handling them, they actually went off. And I was upset because I did the event flow. I spent thousands of money, sleepless nights to put the event flow together. But these people did not do what I wanted. And everybody in the hall did not see it. Everybody was just praising, oh, this is the best social media hangout. And I was in my corner and I was crying. I said, for you guys to be speaking about this thing for what you have not even seen one third of the whole 100%, and you guys are happy. I was extremely sad. Some people are still calling me to today. What up? Let us go. You had an amazing show. And I said, is it that you people cannot see? I did not do well the way I actually wanted it. So when you want to do something and your mind is actually there, even when others are feeling that you're fulfilled, in your mind you still feel, I am not there yet.
does that make you a perfectionist?
I am. I am extremely a perfectionist. Like you attended the second edition. You saw from the chair to the table to the jotter to the red carpet to the screen, everything was detailed. The same color. None of my guys or my workers gave this shade of green. And then in the next printing, they now, no, everything was detailed. I am a perfectionist and I pay attention to everything. That's why I see myself like, I don't make mistakes. It's not like I'm God. But when you know that if I do this thing, or if this person does this thing to me, I'll be upset. I won't do it to you. I'm only so conscious of that. I'll be like, no, if somebody does this to me, I'll be upset too. So there's no point doing it. So I won't.
Let's talk about your fashion style. Always don't need to be very, 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 very stylish. So how did that develop?
Okay. I think while I was growing up, you know, in a polygamous family that they will buy you clothes, buy you this one. So most times when they give me clothes, I'll just go and buy turkey. I went to send me border. I'll buy turkey and eat because then I wasn't too into fashion. So Christmas, everybody will be wearing fine clothes. I'll be like, me, I will not have clothes. I'll not go to my lady that my clothes. They say, clothes. All those turkey that you have eaten, go and tell them they should put all the cartons together and use it to sew something for you. And I'm like, okay. So because I didn't want to be left behind, I'll now go to Badagry market. I go and buy, this ukrika. I will not match it too, whether it match or it no match. That's how I'll now wear it to church without even washing it. And people will be like, what are you wearing that is so smelly? I said, I don't know whether it's smelly or it's not smelly. And I'll now be feeling funky. So gradually, while I was growing older, I was like, okay, I love this fashion, just that I don't know how to put them together. Let me start putting them together. Then I'm still this kind of person that if I enter a place, I don't care what's there. I just want everybody to notice me. And if you first is by your dressing, so I just try as much as possible, stay online, see what is trending, see what goes with my body, because at times it's not just about wearing clothes. You can actually wear a cloth of 10,000 pounds and it's looking like, and that's why I can wear a cloth of 5,000 naira and you'll be like, oh my gosh, this person. So you need to also study your body, know what goes, the outfit that goes with you very well, so that you can be able to wear it. So I think basically that is it for me.
When you see ladies, young ladies who want to be like Bodex in terms of what you're able to achieve and all that, what message do you always pass on to them?
What I tell people who are looking up to me is do not just look at me in the totality of Bodex. Be able to choose what you know will be good for you because you don't know what I do behind closed doors. For instance, when people ask me, but who's a role model, I mean, like, okay, I love opera, but I love the way she presents. I can never tell you I love opera in our own totality because I really don't know much about him. I mean, about her. But the one I know, which is presentation, I will just choose. So I tell people there is no crime being like Bodex. But first, you need to ask yourself, do you really want to be like me? Or you want to be yourself? You just want to add one or two things that I do that you like to yourself. So choose what you want to like when it comes to marriages, boyfriend, do not, because I will not put my relationship out there. But you can love my dressing because it's physical. Then you can love the things I do, the way I arrange things, the way I'm so perfect. You can choose those ones. But the things that you cannot see, don't bother because after the interview, I might be going to club. We don't know that part.
Let's talk about why Bodex is so single. Am I right or wrong?
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm still single because people really don't understand me. I am extremely a good girl, but people don't know. Maybe because of my kind of job, the kind of connect that I have, they just feel I'm dating everybody. And me, will not concern me. It is better you come to me and experience me as a person. Just like I've been waiting here since noon. You see how many people that have passed. They would have been talking to themselves. Maybe I'm waiting for someone. Not knowing that I actually have an interview. That is why I am here. So I tell people, try to know me. You don't have to talk about me because nobody actually even, knows me the way I know myself. You get so ah people really don't guys don't understand me. One, they feel I'm too overconnected, and because of that, I might not be submissive or maybe I don't know how to love. And I miss a bit love pass. Well, I am a lover girl. In fact, I love to the extent that the guys get so confused. They feel like, is she pretending? Maybe she just want me to fall in love with her before she acts. Whereas that's me. So it scares them away. But I cannot beg anybody to please understand me. I'm a lover girl. I love to love. I wasn't brought up with love, so I'm actually vulnerable for love. And people don't see it that way. People just feel, oh, she's so mean. She cannot love. She's dating this one. And I'll be like, where are all these stories coming from? 98% of people that know me don't even know my house. They don't know where I sleep. They might know the office, but where I just go to retire and think about my life and the next step, you don't know. So how can you just feel I am so heartless, I cannot love, I'm into different men? So it scares people away. I remember when I was working with one oil and gas, that time, the guy I was dating, anytime we're going on training, as an oil and gas person, we go for training a lot. The hotel at the front desk, I would drop his phone number and his name and the key to my room. This guy still did not believe me. He said I'm even dating my boss. And I was like, and I left the key. I left, you don't understand. I always give her the password to my phone because I don't have anything to hide. And they still don't believe. I'll be like, okay. Then, like you said, I'm a perfectionist. We use the toilet, you don't close it well, I will drag you back to go and do it. If you sit and you're not sitting well, I'm going to drag you back. Boss, this, men, they get so kind of irritated. I don't know, by things like that. And you also know Nigerian men, they don't like women, or some Nigerian men. They don't like women who actually know what they want and they want to go for it. They want people that they can actually toss around. And me, I am too outspoken for that. But I'll respect you outside. But when we get home, I'll be like, babe, do not try it next time. Because next time, the reaction, you will not like it. Allow me be myself around you. And me being myself around people, they also see that I am not myself. So I'm tired of